Adding tables. Let me work on a copy. Do I need any matchy? Sorry, I should have just said matchy. No one knows what that means.
We currently use a database, and I think for what I was looking for is something that's just a little bit easier, a little bit more digestible, and something that is quick, and I can just take, glances at it and understand where a potential client is kind of all the way through their process. So it would be great to have that kind of all in one area that we can just pull up 2024. These are the people that donated. This is how much they donated, the programs and the events that they donated to, and just kind of following those conversations. When did I email them last? When did I phone call them? What was the response? When do I need to follow up? Those type of things.
A lot of this work is currently done either in Excel, on paper, in files, over email. They don't have a single source of truth for any of this. For the most part, they've used Excel as a kind of light project management and contact database. So let's take a look at something that Kari has sent. Please remember, this is all dummy data. I just used AI to generate a lot of this, which is why the phone numbers are sequential. How cool. In general, all of the sheets are doing the same. They are tracking potential donors who might want to sponsor a program or an event. They have a way to track those companies, contacts at those companies, phone numbers, email. Then they have some notes here and some sort of stray columns. Under email, there's something like web form. It's not clear what that's for. They have different notes, like under this contact column, they have like closed for COVID or random phone numbers. Not captured here is a bunch of other really important things. The main question that Kari said she wanted to answer is, for any program or event, who are the people who have donated in the past that we can reach out to again? So as usual, I like to start with a planning table. Sometimes I call it a meta table. I change the name all the time. What do I need? I need a table of companies, a table of contacts, a table of interactions, a table of donations, a table of what she calls recognition. So that's, did we give them a shout out in the newsletter? Did we give them a shout out on social media? We want a table of invoices, so a table of programs, and a table of events. Okay, we can just speed through this because this is going to take a little while. Okay, so here I'm building out the tables as outlined in my planning table. Spoiler alert, I end up changing most of it, but only because I wanted to make the final product more powerful. All right, I have some questions for Kari. I have some cleanups to do. I have ways to make this prettier, but I think the basics are here. I got some answers back from Kari. I think it's Kari. And I'm gonna go ahead and put some polish here and then show her the solution. So the interesting thing about this particular solution is like Kari and her team didn't already have a spreadsheet that I was going off of. I had to sort of listen, understand their workflow, understand their goals, and start to guess really on what might be useful. I'm getting an impish look. I'm thinking, how can I build the complexity without exposing it to them? Wait, hold on. I just had an idea. Let me see. I'm just sketching this by hand real quick. Can I make this in such a way where they don't even feel it? This breakdown is going to be really important when it comes to reporting because it's going to make it possible to see more granularly for every program and for every event. Did you have a funding goal? Did you meet that funding goal? I should be using the meta table, but I've started building that way and then I just kind of completely changed my my idea here, Might be overcomplicating this. I'm nervous about overcomplicating this because I'm thinking about the end user. They're very used to just simple tables. Don't want them to go into strange corners. And that's a big part of, I think, this particular solution is I want to make this as simple as possible for them. Jerry Turtle is the owner of Jellywinks, obviously. Jellywinks.pets. And, oh no, that's a toy store. Jellywinks.toys. He's still a turtle though. I don't make the rules. He also owns the pet store. Jerry Turtle is everywhere. And he's a big donor. Okay, I'm probably gonna add some formatting, polish this, and then I think we're ready to show Kari. So I want to show you what I built. I kind of had fun doing it. I might have done one thing slightly overkill, but we'll find out. So on the left, we have pages. We have the part that's more like a CRM, upcoming tasks. So here I broke it into two things, upcoming tasks you sort of assign to yourself, interactions that are coming up, or recognitions. For programs and events, here it's the different programs you have drilled down into who's funded before. Then I have a fundraising page. This is where it's what you were talking about. What stage are we at? Is this a connection? Have we sent a proposal? This is where I maybe did overkill. What are your fundraising goals by year per program and per event? And did you hit that goal? So let's do that. Here's all recognitions by company. Has it been done or not? A place for comments. Then we have a donor report. So for each company, how many times have they donated? How much? What are the stages? Does anyone owe money still? And I wasn't sure what a fundraising report would look like. So I just did by year. How many donations? What was your goal? What did you actually raise? What's the breakdown?
That looks awesome. And how do we add when I get all the empty columns, how am I adding new events or programs or whatever?
We have here programs and events. So if you started a new event, we're going to call this Pet Day. Clearly, I don't know anything about what we do here. So this is a new event we just started. This is showing commitments. There's been no commitments yet, but this is just a new kind of event. And then when I click on here, I can see who has funded Superhero Day in the past, and I can see a little bit about those companies.
So when you put that in there, it's pulling to see what relates to that, what's tagged. Is that right?
Exactly. So this is just the commitment breakdowns here. We're just filtering it a different way. Instead of doing it now by the commitment, we're doing it now by the program. We're saying with a particular program, what commitments have happened? And then in fundraising goals, we have a little bullseye over here on the left. I can say, okay, Pet Day, this is a new event for 2025, and our goal is 12,000. And then once I actually have a goal, a new program with a new goal, now I can start putting commitments against that goal. Maybe Jade Spa, actually, this 5,000 wasn't for Superhero Day. I'm just typing pet, it's showing up Pet Day 2025. So this 5,000, if I come back to fundraising goals, you can see the amount raised is that 5,000. It automatically calculates.
That's great.
Recognitions, companies are showing up here, and then you can just write the recognition. So maybe with the playful pets, the date of recognition might be in the future on the 8th. Maybe that's when the event is, you want a social media post, something like that. And then when it's done, you can just mark it as done. Oh, back in the CRM, you can put future things here as well. So like maybe for this spa, you would say you want to do a phone call. And what I have here in upcoming tasks is I'm filtering interactions based on right now, the next 2 weeks. I just have a filter. You can change this filter however you want.
Okay. And is there a section in there that is like current clients and then also, people that have not committed to us, that kind of like a prospect list?
Basically keep adding them here to companies as a prospect list, and then they just wouldn't have any commitments. But then what you could do is you can say, okay, I sent out a connection. So this one on Playful Pets, if I go to Playful Pets, I can see, in this case, they had agreed to fund, but maybe they never have. They might be new. So for reporting, I just made these two, thinking they might be useful, which is basically by company. It's a way to see how much has been committed. You could sort this by amount. Your top ones is Jellywinks Toys. So they're the biggest owners in terms of value amount. Here's some repeat ones with some smaller ones. And then the fundraising report by year is basically for every event and program. Did I hit those goals? So here I had what the goal is, what is the amount? So you can have, and then it updates by year when I click on it. So 2025, we just started raising, so there aren't a lot, but we can see what our goals are. So you should start definitely with companies, enter companies, and then when you have a company selected, enter those contacts. That would be first. The next thing I would do is fill in the correct programs and events and the correct fundraising goals. And then once you have your contacts, your programs, and your fundraising goals, everything in fundraising will just populate. You can just come in here, select a real contact, fill in that information, select a real program and year that you're fundraising for those commitments.
That looks great.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I need. I'm so excited to jump into it and start using it. Like I said, it's kind of an extension of, just your regular spreadsheets that can get all crazy and all over the place. And this just keeps it really succinct, a snapshot. That's what I love. Being able to look at something and go, what does 2024 look like? And it's quick and it's a snapshot.
Perfect. Yeah. I love it so much. I like building these. Oh, I exceeded the amount raised. Nice. Thank you, Jellywinks Toys.